Hello. We are here live at LI News Radio, here with Ken Junge.
Oh, what happened?
Hey, we're here live. It's Friday again, and I'm here live with my friend and colleague Ken Junge.
Hello, everybody.
Getting ready to go on the air very, very soon, but we figured we'd jump on here and get things started.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. I'm so thrilled that you're here today. I had a tough day.
I'm excited.
So he's a funny guy, so you're going to love this show.
They call me the mushroom.
And why is that?
I'm a fun guy.
Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Some people out there know that one.
You have all of these, and you're very quick, which is good.
I'll be in bed by 8 o'clock. Don't worry.
The way this week has been, I may beat you at 7:30. I think I'm going to be in.
Well, we'll liven it up a little. It'll be good.
We're going to be good. It's going to be real good. Just weird. So we do have 4 people. I don't know with this one. I can never see who is actually on here to say hi. Let's see if we can get some. I don't know. It's really weird. I guess there's a way to do it, but I'm not sure how.
Some of my people.
It could be your peeps. I don't
I
know.
only have 3 friends. So I'm glad we could all make it.
That's awesome. So yeah, the airport is bustling with activity today.
We've got a minute, guys.
Okay, minute till we go on. All good.
It's like the space shuttle. You want to do the
Ready to
countdown?
take off? Oh yeah, we're gonna do the countdown.
There's a whole
There it
screen
is.
over here with
That's
different
right.
time zones.
Yeah.
I just don't know which one's ours.
Well, this is Long Island. That's cool. It's cool. Chicago, Seattle. The Coordinated Universal Time. What's that?
Well,
I've never. I mean, I'm here every week, and I should know that, right? That I don't think I've
5
ever seen
hours
that.
out. Somewhere over the Atlantic.
L.A. I guess I don't know. I'll have to ask Mike.
15.
Okay, thank you. After the show. All right, 15, and we're ready to roll. It's always very warm in here. I have a shirt, but it's...
Just be cool.
Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing well. We made it to Friday. Thank you for tuning in and spending some time with me today before the long weekend. I am glad you are here. You are listening to The Financial Chick Show, and I am the Financial Chick. My name is Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions, a full-service independent financial planning firm located in Medford. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to know more about me or my firm, you can check out my website at financialchickshow.com. We are also on Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions. So like our pages to get updates and see what's happening. So you can tell my state of mind that I'm hoping it's going to be a long weekend because I've had a very, very tough week. But I'm very delighted to have a guest with me today in the studio. So as an independent financial advisor, I am fortunate to be able to offer my clients really any product or service that they really want or need. There are advisors out there that have to offer only those products that their firms can provide, or just use a cookie cutter approach and just sell one type of product or products to every client. I am thrilled to have amazing people that I work with that can help me to keep up with the various products and trends while I'm helping you, my clients, meet their financial goals. I am thrilled to introduce to you one of those people today. my good friend and colleague, Ken Junge. How are you, Ken?
I'm doing well. Now that we're here together, this is going to be a great show we're going to have.
It's going to be a
good.
great show, and I'm so glad that you're here. Like I said, it's been a rough week, and Ken's a person that just always lifts you up. You're just a good guy.
I appreciate that.
You know. So how long have we known each other? I was trying to figure it. It's got to be at least
8 years.
I was going to say 8 or 10 years.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
When I had hair. How's that?
Okay, all right. We can track that back to 8 or 10 years.
Probably.
So I know there's a lot of rules and regulations, but can you tell us a little bit about yourself and
Sure.
what you do?
So I've been in the business now a little over 30 years. Started my career with a company that's no longer around, Lehman Brothers, way back when.
Oh, okay.
And I've been in the insurance business, probably almost all that time. So what I do is I call myself an employee separation specialist. And what that means is I help people transition from where they are with their retirement money into something that gives them complete control over the money, flexibility, and guarantees. So I try to help people get positioned better for their retirement.
Awesome. And that's why you're always there to help me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll bring a case to you and say, listen, I don't know, with this type of person, what do we need to do? And we work on some things together and find solutions. And hence my company name, Diversified Financial Solutions.
There you go.
There we are. So today, our goal is to talk about some of the risks in retirement. So I'm so glad you're here because, again, no one explains it better than you. And, even better than that, you have the solutions to kind of help people minimize those risks. So I guess we'll get started. I guess you have a list here. The first thing would be, I guess we'll let you get started where you want to get started. Do you want to start with longevity? Or?
Start wherever. It didn't just take us where we're going.
All right.
There's a number of risks in retirement, longevity being one of them. Let's face it, the one commonality between past generations and now is that we're retiring around the same age. Early 60s, mid 60s, late 60s. So we're around where we were when our grandparents were retiring and so on. Mm-hmm. One key different thing that we're doing differently is we're living longer, right?
Absolutely.
So, if you look at, there's a, I'll ask everyone to Google this, Time Magazine cover, February 23rd, 2015. The only reason I know that exact date is my birthday. So when you Google it, I showed you this before, and you can read this off. What does that say right there?
That says, this baby could live to be 142 years old.
That's right. It sounds unfathomable, but it could happen. Look, the oldest person in the world right now, she's Japanese. She's 119 years old.
Wow.
Second one, another woman. I don't know why women are living so long.
Well, because we rock. We like to, we'll go there later.
So she's 118.
Yeah.
These people were born in 1903, 1904. They're my grandparents' age, right? So it's funny. What's the mortality of women today? Age 86.
86.
Male, 84. My mom passed away 2 years ago at 86. She hit it right on. Perfect.
Wow.
She was right there.
Right.
Dad's still around. He's with us. He's in great shape. Even the kids said he could, Grampy could live to 100, and he could. And the funny when they look at my pictures of my grandparents at my parents' house, they go, wow, they look old. I go, oh, they were old. And they passed away in their 70s. You got to realize when they were born in the early 1900s, my grandparents were born 1900, 01, 06, and 08. Wow. When they were born, mortality was 46 years. So for them to live to 75 years old, that's old.
Right.
So now we're living longer. But remember, we're still retiring at the same age. We're living longer. A lot of us don't have pensions. That's
a big change.
Right.
Yeah.
We do. Well, it's common. We all have one common pension, Social Security.
Right.
That's not enough. So we need to supplement that. For those of us that don't have pensions. And I will tell you this, and what I've told people in seminars that I used to do 2 years ago, I've done seminars pre-pandemic, but I'd always pick someone out in the audience that has a pension. And I say, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. They're rhetorical. You don't have to answer them. What's your rate of return in there? What are your expenses? And they don't know. I say, you know what? They don't care.
Right.
Right? I looked over once because I was talking to the audience. I looked at the guy that had the pension. He was smiling. I said, what is it you like about your pension? He said, I got a check this month. Next month, I get another check. I said, that's right. You would have thought we scripted this out. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, these folks over here, because there's a whole table full of pensioners, I said, they're going to live a much more relaxed retirement, and they're going to live longer than the rest of us because they're not worried about the fluctuation.
No money stress.
That's right.
Yeah.
And volatility is the key here.
And by we've like this past couple of weeks, several weeks, we've been seeing that for
Right.
sure.
And it's here to stay.
Mm-hmm.
You've got what's going on overseas there. How long is this going to last? This might turn into something it's bad enough as it is, turn into something even worse.
Right. Well, we
So-
pray that doesn't happen, but again, we don't know, and that's the thing, is that the fear of the unknown, uncertainty.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's volatility is key. You've got to diversify. You've got to stay focused. You want to rebalance. So if you're diversified and you're rebalancing, what you're doing with rebalancing, especially if it's automatic rebalancing, like a lot of my stuff that I own personally is automatic rebalancing.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being, as humans, we think emotionally. We don't think logically. So should I sell now? Should I buy now? When it's done automatically, it's done. You don't know.
Right.
You can do it monthly, quarterly, semi-annually. There's no thought, no feeling, no emotion. There's a concept I came up with a few years back called the responsible approach to investing. I like it because it gives greater meaning and understanding of why rebalancing works. And how do you actually have someone psychologically diversify when you've got one asset class that's killing it? So here's a definition for you. Responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Able to respond. A responsible investor has the ability to respond to what? Opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
What's the opportunity out there? It's volatility. Volatility is not the problem. Volatility is the opportunity. It's only a problem for the person that cannot respond to that opportunity. Look, if I own
So
large cap
true.
growth and it goes down,
Mm-hmm.
that's my opportunity. But if everything I own is already there, I can't respond. It's often heard when you go to a cocktail party and someone says, Denise, market's all over the place. I know you tell me it's a great time to buy. And Wall Street's the only place you can go. There's a sale and nobody shows up. Nobody goes to a Wall Street sale,
Yeah.
right? Gosh, I wish I had some money to buy. That's the problem.
Right.
You don't. And if you cannot respond, you do not have a responsible approach to investing. There's one myth we have to dispel out there.
That's great.
Buy an asset class for its rate of return. You want to buy an asset class for its rate of return, go buy small cap. Small cap's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I can respond to that drop that I had in large cap growth is because I own mid cap and small cap and money market and CDs and international. I'm diversified and I'm disciplined. That's what we need to stay focused on.
And those people in energy right now are very, very happy. And like same thing, we don't know how long that's going to last. So taking some money off the table, that's part of it. And having a game plan, like you say, you want to have a game plan to do that diversification and to make sure you rebalance. So if you don't have a diversification plan, how do you rebalance? Because you don't know what your numbers are, right? 50% in bonds, 50% in stocks, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So we are moving into the break. You are listening to the Financial Chick Show, and I'm the Financial Chick, Denise Nostrom, the company's Diversified Financial Solutions. I help you look for financial solutions when you feel like there are none. Feel free to contact me at 631-758-8691. So we're heading into the commercial break, but we are talking about some risks in retirement and how we can combat those risks with some solutions with my great friend and colleague, Ken Junge. So please stay tuned, and we will be back after the break. Huh?
Chef of the future.
Yeah. That's right. It's funny.
2 minutes, guys.
All right, thank you. All right, we're on the first commercial first. It's the only commercial break, actually. I always think I have an hour show, but it's only a half hour. I was offered an hour, but I didn't.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, So I decided. I said, I'm more of a sitcom kind of girl as opposed to that hour drama. So I like to
Well,
get
that's why
in.
we sit on this side. So they can watch.
So, well, thank you on Facebook for tuning in. Good to see you guys. Ken Junge, friend, we're trying to help you through this crazy time with the market volatility and everything that's going on. And there's a whole heck of a lot going on. That's
Well,
for
we just
sure.
helped baggage claim over here from St. Louis come in.
We're not only advisors, we go out, we help people with their luggage, right?
That's right.
We're all over the street. But, so.
That's one of my fans.
He's already got fans.
Not many. I got a few.
It's fun. So
Remind
we'll.
me to try there's a website I want to give out. If I don't do it, it's like, those are my website.
Okay. Yeah. I know it goes so fast, and like it just Sequence of returns, cost of healthcare, taxes. We probably won't get to all, but we'll see which ones we want to do. Yeah.
That's fine.
And what's with the weather tomorrow? It's supposed to be like a...
Let's save that for the talk. Okay.
We'll say that on there. Well, I'm just telling people that I'm very excited that we have we spring forward this weekend. Ooh, ooh.
Here we go, guys.
Okay. Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company's in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I am here to help you navigate all of those changes. So today, I am with my good friend and colleague, Ken Junge, and we are talking about some of the risks that we encounter in retirement. So we talked a little bit about diversification. We talked about longevity. People are living longer. So what are some other things that people have to be concerned about, and how should we help them along?
Well, definitely the cost of healthcare. That's going to be your biggest detriment out there.
For sure.
No doubt. I mean, you can expect to spend up to $300,000 during retirement on healthcare costs.
And people just ran their cars off the road, and thank you, Ken.
Yeah.
Keep it on the road, guys. But it's when you hear that number, it's huge.
It is.
Yeah.
And, if you have $1 million nest egg, which sounds like a lot, it's really not.
Right.
I mean, $1 million or 5% will give you $50,000 a year, and to live where we live, that's not much.
Yep. And everybody in the listening area is on Long Island.
Yeah.
Except the people on Facebook and all that. But
right.
yeah, so it's a challenge.
And it's all goes hand in hand with longevity. We're living longer. Well, you're going to have more healthcare needs. I'll give you a little personal thing on me. I'm already up to 2 pills a day for blood pressure and Nexium, and I got my little pill box Sunday through Saturday already. But as you get older, you get placed more and more on them.
Right.
And then you get things like Alzheimer's and dementia. We're not curing the disease, but we're living longer with it.
Right.
So
which is beautiful in one aspect, but yet it's more challenging.
it is.
So.
It's still with us, and
Yeah.
but it's draining on the health, the care that they need.
Yeah.
They might need a facility. They might need an aide, whether just for a few hours a day or 24/7. That's a burden.
Yeah.
So now, thank God, you have long-term care that can help alleviate part of that stress.
Right. I'm working with some clients with that right now. That it is all the solutions too. You have the life insurance with the long-term care rider. So we've got a few different solutions to help. But again, taking it out of your wealth of retirement. What do you do to live? Had to pay the expenses, or if there's a spouse involved. So it's
right.
a challenge.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a big effect there. Inflation. That's another one. I mean, we're seeing
And
it
does
now.
anybody? People that didn't know what inflation was,
They know what it is now.
they so know it now. Yeah.
Well, one of my examples is, it's that $20 haircut today for us men. That used to be $15 a few years ago, and was $5 when I had hair. Or the example of a stamp. I mean, a stamp today is, I don't even know what it costs, because the stamp has forever. What does it cost? 51 cents.
I think they did that strategically, so
Yeah.
we don't know how much it
That's
is, right?
But 1973, it was 3 cents. Or a gallon of milk. Now it costs $5 plus a few years back. Or what will it be, in 2030? It's going to be like $10.
I see you avoided the gas thing, because that's the
That's
big
coming up.
hot topic
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, we all fill up. Even regular $4.50 a gallon. I've got the other car that needs premium, and that's even worse.
Yeah.
So it's all factoring in. We have to be able to mitigate these costs. And what's the best way to mitigate it? You need equities in the portfolio. You do. You can't. There's no wrong investment. And this is how I open up seminars. And I purposely say this, saying there's no wrong investment. Nothing wrong with stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, cash, whatever you have. My analogy of investing is this: it's like fire. You're either going to cook with it, or you're going to burn the house down. How are you using it?
Yeah.
So no one should be 100% in cash. Because what's a money market paying today?
Still about 0.1.
Yeah.
In some cases,
If you're
0.
lucky. Well, it probably went up to 0.2 now.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
You're
extra.
running at inflation, so now you're at a deficit of 6.9. You need equities in there, no matter what age. Some are more than others. Again, it gets back to diversification. Every story is different. But you need to combat inflation, especially for times like now. It's just amplified now because we all see it in the news. And we feel it. And it's starting to hurt all of us.
And again, it affects our retirement, because the plan that we had, say last year or 2 years ago, of what their spending would be is different now. So if you're not keeping pace with that, it's a serious situation.
Yeah.
Very serious.
And it also gets down to investor behavior also. The psyche of what the person likes. And that could probably be the topic of the next show that we do.
Absolutely.
But you see it like I see it. I mean, I had a call the other day with, my clients are advisors. And it's funny, when I do group meetings, you've been in my meetings where I'll ask, what's our job as an advisor? And I hear good things. I hear things like, I'm here to protect my clients' money. I'm here to make them money. I'm here so they don't lose money. And good, positive feedback. I never hear anything bad. Someone said, Ken, what do you think our job is as an advisor? Because I'm an advisor too. I'm licensed, but I don't deal with the public.
Right.
So I said, our job is to be there when things go bad. Nobody needs us when things are going good.
So true.
Equity market's been screaming up for 12 years. We know, and I do this in client seminars, I said, we know you're buying Vanguard and Fidelity, which is fine. That's okay. The key is when things go bad. I give them a story of, a young father tragically passing away. It's very hard on the family. But at least he had life insurance where they can replace most of his income and they can stay in the house. It's not going to help with the emotional side, but it will have to help the fact financially they're safe. Or, like I gave you the example before, mom comes down with Alzheimer's and dementia. We're not curing the disease, but we're living longer with it. But thank God they have long-term care. And some people just don't believe in life insurance, believe it or not. I've seen that a couple of times over my career.
Yeah.
Where they say, I just don't believe in it.
Or they don't want to spend the money.
No.
They don't see the value.
They don't see the value. I had that pushback one time when I was doing a seminar, and I explained why we have all these insurances, and I mentioned life insurance. I don't believe in life insurance. I said, ma'am, I will guarantee this. You're going to die. If you can tell me when you're going to die, I'll tell you when to buy the life insurance. If you're going to die in 40 years, let's buy it in 39. Is that fair? And I pulled my best Columbo. I was like, one more question. I said, if you know when you're going to die, you know when you're going to go to the doctor and get, diagnosed with something. So let's say you get diagnosed in 20 years. You'll be with us for 20 more years, but you'll be uninsurable. So let's get this in 19 years. I said, you see what I'm getting at? When you don't want it is when you should be getting it. When you do want it, it might be too late. Because if I talk to you this about the next 3 or 4 years, and then you're not doing it, and then you call me up and say, hey, Mr. Young, can we, let's move forward with that life insurance. So my first question is, what did the doctor say?
Right.
Because you didn't have an epiphany now that all of a sudden, I need this life insurance. You were diagnosed with something or you had a tragedy happen. So when you don't want it is when you should be getting it. And that's the mindset. This is why you use an advisor. I can do a lot of stuff. I can work on my car, but not today. I need a computer to do that. But seriously, other stuff, my own taxes. I'm in the business. I'm not doing my taxes. I let the experts do that. Same thing financially. People can spin our heads with what they're doing. This is what you do. Let them take care of everything else. You take care of this.
Right. Yeah. And that's what we say. We take stuff off your plate. I take stuff off your plate that you don't have to do, so you can do the fun things in your life. Whether it be spending time with your family or traveling or just doing whatever it is that you want to do.
Right.
So it's always the what you don't know will hurt you, right?
Yeah.
And that's when a lot of people will call, like, oh yeah, I went into this one family, or I did this, and I got this, and I don't know what to do now. Like, well, we'll call them. Oh, I don't want to call them. I want to talk to you about it. Well, I don't know what it's about, So
right.
It's we've had those situations for sure.
That's right. I wanted to share a website I was telling you before about.
Yeah.
It's because we were talking about longevity, and I give this website. I've been using it for years. Gosh, 15 years probably. It's called livingto100.com. livingto100.com. It's a longevity website, and basically it asks you. I think it's a doctor on there, and it's just. He has a calculator. So you do the calculator. It asks you a series of questions like how often do you smoke? Do you smoke? How often do you exercise? I took it. Apparently, I've been not here for 5 years.
So you should go in there and see what's going on.
Yeah.
But we'll put that on the website, or I'll put it on the Facebook that website, so anybody can go on there and check it out. You don't have to remember it, especially if you're driving. It's hard for them to write.
But it puts it into perspective that it could live to 100.
Yeah.
And am I there? And one analogy we have in the next minute that we have left. I don't know if I mentioned it before. How we used to open up seminars was the analogy of mountain climbing. Do you know who Sir Edmund Hillary is?
Sure.
Okay. Do you know who George Mallory is?
I've heard the name.
Okay, so Mallory climbed Mount Everest in the 1920s.
Okay.
Sir Edmund Hillary did it in the 50s.
Okay.
There's a reason why he got knighted. He made it back down the mountain. They found Mallory up there just a few years ago, frozen.
Stop it. Really?
They don't know if he made it, hit the summit, or came back.
Wow.
But again, don't be stuck on the mountain. Don't die on the mountain, meaning don't run out of money. before you're not with us anymore.
Amen. So that's it. So doing a plan and making sure and seeing where you are is always something to do. But thank you so much for coming today.
Thanks for having
You
me.
were
This is
awesome,
great.
and you always have all these wonderful things to enlighten us with. So, and thank you all for tuning in. Great news. This weekend we spring forward, and next Thursday is St. Patrick's Day, so how bad could it be, right? We got some good stuff going on. And we're just, we're one day closer to spring and the nicer weather and boating. So, well, we got a while for that. But so this financial stuff should not be a burden, but a beautiful journey. It's not always easy, but it does not have to be hard either. Remember, let's try to do better and be better. Enjoy the weekend. See you next Friday. All right. Winning.
Are people still on?
They are still on. Let's see.
They drop off those.
I wish I could see. I know after. Oh, wait, here we go. Here's some people. All right, Richie Klein, Cheryl Rizzi. Hi, Richie. Hi, Cheryl, if you're still there. Well, we're signing off. Ken. Oh, let me move the things so we can see you.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much
it.
for being with us today, and hope you got some good, juicy nuggets to work with your life. And if you have questions, always give me a call. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, everyone.
Spring forward. Bye.